There is a fine line between capturing the stars and capturing the feeling of the night. Most people stop at the stars. Tonight, I'm going to show you how to capture the night. From planning, gear and settings to composition, light painting and the final edit. You can't just point your camera at the sky anywhere. Without context, it's just dots. The prerequisite is to be inspired by a location and the commitment to capture it. You need a foreground to ground the image, a jagged rock formation, a lonely tree or a mountain silhouette. Don't just take an astrophoto. Take a landscape photo with the stars at the backdrop. Before you drive out there, check the timing. The Galactic Core is seasonal. It is only visible during specific months depending on your hemisphere. I use the PhotoPills app to check two things: where the core will rise, or if I'm shooting star trails, where the celestial pole sits. Arrive early. Get there while the sun is still up. Find your composition when you can actually see the composition. And obviously, check the weather. Clouds are the enemy. First, the camera. The best camera is the one you have with you, but you need a sensor that doesn't panic in the dark. You want clean, high ISO performance so your night sky doesn't look like a static on TV. Second, the lens. I prefer wide angles to capture the scale.
I've got a 14 to 24 millimeter lens.
Is 14mm f1.8.
I do shoot with 24 to 70mm and even 50mm lens. You want a fast aperture like f2.8 or the widest available on your lens. Third, the tripod. This is non-negotiable. You need rock-solid stability.
More.
And finally, the unsung heroes. A headlamp, essential for safety, a microfiber cloth because dew is a silent killer. And the shutter release, or just use your 2-second timer. The settings. We need to go fully manual. First, manual focus. You have two clear options. Option 1. If the foreground is your priority, light it up. Shine your torch on the rock. Zoom in on your screen only, not the lens, and dial the focus ring until it is crispy. Option 2. If the stars are the priority, find the brightest one in the sky. Zoom in on your screen again, not the lens, and twist the focus ring until the blob becomes a sharp pinpoint. Next, the exposure triangle. Aperture. Open it up to f2.8, f1.8 or just the widest settings on your lens. ISO. I usually float between 3200 and 6400. Let's say the widest aperture on your lens is f4. Then you might want to bump it up to ISO 6400.
Shutter speed.
Use the NPF rule in the PhotoPills app. We want pin-sharp stars, and the app calculates the exact moment your stars turn from points into star trails. Finally, white balance. The golden rule is never use auto. I choose 4900 Kelvin for a cooler temperature, but you can dial it higher if you want a warmer look.
Manual mode. Since we have light, I'm going to focus on the tree and then I'm turning the autofocus off. 14mm f1.8. So this is our composition. Angle it really low up, and the Kamran you suggest that we use ISO 3200 to start with, and then we'll calculate the shutter speed. You know what the shutter speed comes out to?
The 20 second is the ideal.
Ideal for 14mm.
Rocks and trees ground the image, but a human element gives it a soul. It adds scale. When you are lighting something or someone, never shine the torch directly at them. It's too harsh. Light from the side for shadows and contrast. Bounce the light off the palm of your hand on your subject. It creates a much softer, natural glow. Sometimes One click isn't enough. You have to build the image in layers. Take this shot. It looks like a single moment, but it's actually a composite of 3 photos blended in Photoshop. Phase 4. The edit. The secret is masking. Do not edit the whole image globally. Treat the sky and the foreground like 2 separate photos. Cool down the stars for clarity. Warm up the rocks for texture. But keep your blacks rich. You want the night to look like night, not day. Now, editing is a beast that deserves its own video. So if you want a full deep dive masterclass on editing, comment edit my stars below. But remember, this is not about just pixel or noise reduction. It's about standing under the canopy of ancient light and realize how small we actually are. It's a humbling, freezing, exhausting, and absolutely beautiful experience. So drive away from the city lights and look up. The Milky Way and the stars are waiting for you. And the best part is, there is no ticket. The universe is putting on a show for free. All you need is the company of a good friend and a strong cup of coffee to keep you awake at night. Subscribe and do all those nice things so that we stay in touch. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and if you didn't, well, hit it anyway. It's free. I will see you in the next one. Until next time, Khuday Paman.